Hello. Welcome to part 14 of the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. This is me about 10-15 minutes after the end of part 13, which should be up before this, but neither of these are streamed. Let's just jump into it. If you don't know what's going on, watch the last part, dingus.
I can't wait. Experiment time. Time for me to move. Does this do it for you?
Okay.
You make a lovely corpse.
Let us begin. Flash! 2 arms! Banzai! My apologies.
Rev it up!
Let us begin.
Let's get to the killing.
We can figure out that guy in a bit. First, let's get these goobers going.
Time for action! Got you.
I owe you one. Time to move. Take this. Ready whenever. I'll chop you to pieces. Broken. Time for battle. How's this?
Good to go. There! All right, I've got this.
Whenever you're ready.
Ready whenever. My turn. Ready whenever. Take this! Alright, let's get started. I'll chop you to pieces. Broken so soon.
Tag me in! Smash! That was a low blow!
Stunned.
Good to go. Yeah! Ready when you are. Let's do this.
I'm prepped and ready. I've got your back.
I owe you. I've got this. Ha! I'm good to go. How about this? Such a beautiful death.
Leave it to me. Gotcha. Locked and loaded. Here goes.
Alright.
Has your lust for blood and battle been satisfied, my holy Jumanji sword? No! I need a lot more than this! Give me more blood! More!
Huh, I didn't know the holy
Jumanji sword talked like that?
I'm more concerned about where the commander is. They couldn't have only sent those minions. The commander must be lurking somewhere.
Oh my! What is all the smoke?
Smoke? Or maybe poison gas?
It's just mist, guys. M-I-S-T.
Fine water droplets floating in the air that's harmless to the human body.
Wait, I remember this mist. The person hiding behind it should be...
Oh, that's the invader that begged for mercy, and then, yeah. That commander.
Good to go.
Leave it to me. I'll patch you up.
Thanks.
Ready when you are.
Now then, to business. Take this! Time to move. How's this? Ready whenever. Out of my way. How it's that time for battle. Take this! Broken so soon.
Ready when you are. Shifting gears.
Thanks. Time for me to move.
My turn. Time to move. My turn. All right, let's get started. Show me your insides!
Nice. Thank you, Hideko.
Yay! The mist is gone. I can see everything clearly now.
Look over there!
Is that?
Yes. That's the commander for this battle.
Here we go!
It's not an app making itself known. Again? I will do the same thing if that is what is made.
All good.
I owe you one. Ready whenever. Die! My turn. How's this? Time to move. I'll chop you to pieces. Now it's time for battle. Out of my way. Broken so soon. Now then, to business. All right, let's get started. Show me your insides!
Fucked. Okay.
How unsatisfying.
Whenever you're ready.
I've got this.
Let's get to the killing. Stings, doesn't it? Time for me to move. I'm good to go. This hurts.
Well,
Let's get to the killing.
Let's give it to him! Eat my dust! That's what you get!
fun.
Let's do this!
I'm good to go. I'll patch you up.
I owe you.
Good to go! I've got this! Hiya! Got it! Let's go! Say when. Here we go! Ready when you are! One last strike!
I've got this. Locked and loaded.
That's fine.
I can't wait. Here it comes! Let's get to the killing. I'm good to go. You made a lot.
2 arms! You've left yourself open!
Not half bad.
Not bad.
Okay. You're still stunned?
Ready as I'll ever be. I've got your back. Thanks. Leave it to me. I've got you.
Thanks.
Time for battle. Take this. Broken. Ready whenever. I'll chop you to pieces. How unsatisfying.
Okay.
I'm not finished yet.
Let us begin.
I've still got some kills in me.
It's just a scratch.
I won't give in. I'm not finished yet. I never thought they'd be this good. I'm not going down alone. An excellent display.
Onward.
I've got this. Take this!
Two arms! Leave it to me. Let us begin.
Alright.
This is a predicament.
More? This is madness.
Can't die here.
Remember this.
Time for battle. Out of my way. All right, let's get... I'll chop you to pieces. Broken so soon. My turn. Time for battle. Show me your insides. It's up to you now.
My turn. Ah! Got it.
I'm prepped and ready. I'll patch you up.
I owe you one.
I'm good whenever. Whenever you're ready.
Ready whenever. Time for battle. Take this! How unsatisfying.
Say when.
I'm prepped and ready. Ready as I'll ever be.
Bring it on!
I'll put an end to this. I'll end you! I'm good to go. I've got you.
Thanks. Let's go. Let's do this.
Ready when you are. Are you okay?
I owe you.
Leave it to me. I'll protect you.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
I should have been more careful.
Oh wait, is Nozomi gonna die here? Oops. Might have got Nozomi killed.
I've got this.
I'll never surrender. All good.
Thanks.
I won't give in.
Ready when you are. One last strike!
I'll never surrender. I'm okay. I've got your back.
I owe you.
My turn. Die! Alright, let out of my way. My turn. Show me your insides! Don't let up!
Kneel before me! Scum! Child's play!
Let's go. One last strike!
I won't give in. I've got you.
Thanks. My turn.
They caught me off guard.
Here we go. One last strike.
Okay, jeez, almost fucked that up. I didn't understand fog mechanics. We did it. That was rough.
I've returned!
Welcome back, Kyoshka. Missed you, darling.
Whew! Victory is ours this time.
That was a tricky enemy.
What are we gonna do with her?
Everyone turn to look at the commander.
Please, don't kill me. My name is Ava, the paragon of nature.
Ava?
I didn't know why, but I felt like I heard that name before.
Please, spare me, for the love of God.
Ava brought her hand up to her mask, and in a swift, smooth movement took it off.
The same as Veshnas.
She looks just like a human.
No need to pay her appearance any mind.
What? Why?
Because she is to be executed.
No. Spare me. Please. Please don't kill me. I'll be useful. I can give you lots of intel. I'll give you anything. Just please, spare me.
So the lady insists. Any thoughts?
A dramatic bluff if I have ever seen one. Any intel she provides is bound to be full of fabrications. No, I would never. I only speak the truth.
I think we should kill her too.
Why?
Surely you understand why we would hesitate to trust the words of the enemy.
You'll say something sweet to suck up to us, and then turn around and betray us the first chance you get.
You're all being so awful. Why won't anyone believe me?
Ava kept pleading with us, her face filled with a woeful expression. Yuriko glanced at her scornfully before speaking up again.
Takumi, you're the leader, so you decide.
Everyone turned to look at me, waiting for my reply. That moment, I could suddenly feel extra eyes on me. I traced the source of the sensation to the rooftop. where I could see the 4 other members, Darumi, Shoma, Ima, and Kako. Killing Ava now would make them even more wary of me. After all, their suspicions were rooted in the fact that I had killed Eito. If I did the same thing now, that would undoubtedly cement the image of me as a heartless killer in their minds. I wanted to avoid giving them that impression. You know, to be honest, even if those 4 hadn't been watching.
Please, I beg of you. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
I could never kill someone so earnestly pleading for her life. Just wasn't right. I felt ashamed for even allowing myself to consider deciding the fate of another person through calculating what would benefit me the most. So I looked into the eyes of everyone present and said,
Let Ava live. We'll imprison her here and interrogate her later.
You gotta be shitting me.
You truly believe that to be the best path?
Yes,
I think you will regret this.
I won't. Because I'll hold myself fully responsible for making it work.
Very well. Our leader has spoken.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Leader, your name is Takumi, if I remember correctly. I can't thank you enough for this. From the bottom of my heart.
Ava was choking on her words and bawling her eyes out. The next instant, an intense pain spread through my back. Forcing myself to join the battle when I hadn't fully healed had reopened the wound. Sharp pain shut up my spine. I crumpled to the ground, unable to exert any strength at all. A hazy veil hung over my mind, blocking me from making out what the others around me were saying. I slowly slipped into sweet, silent serenity. Okay. Well, no choice there.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 24th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend a night. Be ready to get.
I woke up to the familiar sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time, she noticed right away that I was awake and... leapt to her feet with an ear-piercing scream. She scuttled frantically around the room even longer than last time before finally coming to a stop. And then she just stood there in a daze. Watched the entire scene play out before sitting up. Why are you so surprised? Didn't this exact same thing happen before? But you were out for 13 days the last time! It's only been a little more than 2 days this time. Can you blame me? And that means today is... day 24. What time? Well, I guess I don't need to ask. The morning announcement just played. Nozomi nodded. Are you feeling better? I'm fine. Stop putting on an act, okay? Remember what happened during the last defensive battle? I do. As long as I don't force myself to fight like that day, I'll be fine, see? Really? Yeah. Despite my confident reply, Nozomi still seemed unconvinced. By the way, what happened to Ava after I passed out? Well, she refused to tell us anything. What? But she promised to give us intel if we spared her life. We reminded her about that promise as well, but then she said... I'm not going to tell you anything because the offer to share intel was made to Takumi, your team leader, not you. And that's why she's refusing to say anything until you can go talk to her, I guess. Damn it, what's she trying to pull? Nozomi and I headed to the cafeteria together, where the other 7 who had fought in a battle 3 days ago were gathered. When they saw me, there was a lot of shouting, squealing, cheering, and happy noises as they congratulated me on my recovery. Although it felt a little more subdued than their reactions 3 days ago. Then again, I did wake up from a 13-day coma that time. Still, the celebration went on for quite a while. I ate my first meal, liquids only, for now, in a long time while being surrounded by their warm and welcoming voices. I went back to my room for a break. Now then, there's really no question what I was going to do next. I have to find out who Gaku's real killer is. I didn't believe the real killer was one of us. That meant I had to find a way to prove that the killer was someone from outside the school. In any case, if I could prove my innocence, I could regain the trust of the 4 holdouts. Then they would join the future battles. Guess I should start investigating. Decided it was time to pay everyone a visit and ask questions. Finally, Jesus Christ. So I wonder... Leave the school now. Chapter 1500... What? Okay, so I can just hop back to before Gaku was dead, maybe. Change that, but guess I keep going down this path I've chosen. It's waning. I guess I gotta talk to Eva first, but we got everyone to talk to. Alright. Start with Nozomi. Hey guys, what are you doing here? Listening to the calming sound of running water. And trying to make ourselves as comfortable as possible! Comfortable, huh? What about you? Oh, actually... told him I was investigating Gaku's murder case. Well, that's got nothing to do with us then, right? That Maruko kid was killed here between 1 AM and 4 AM on day 5. Both of us were at number 2 that day. Oh, just in case, number 2 was in second to last Defense Academy. Whole thing's too long to keep repeating, so I shortened it. We've also taken to calling this place number 1. Although its official name is the Last Defense Academy, shortening it to last sounds strange, so we settled on number 1 instead. Got it, thanks for explaining. Hey, are you suspecting us? Of course not. Actually, it's not completely impossible for one of us from number 2 to have done it. What? Any of us could have used the school bus to travel to and from here overnight. Oh, now that you mention it... bedtime is at 11 PM. Someone could have set off at midnight after everyone else had fallen asleep. If they pushed the bus to its limits, it would have taken about 3 hours to get here. Putting their time of arrival at around 3 AM. If they took only 30 minutes to finish the job, they could have left number 1 by 3:30 AM. And returned to number 2 at around 6:30 AM. Just before the morning announcement at 7 AM. Also, someone from number 2 coming here wouldn't have triggered the Wall of Fire's intruder alert. That's true. Wait, and you're telling me this as members of number 2 yourselves? Oh, sorry for shooting my mouth off like that. It's just, you know... the incident doesn't quite feel as real to me because I've never met the victim. Just in case, I asked them what they were doing between 11 PM on day 4 and 7 AM of day 5. And as I had expected, their answers were the same. I was sleeping like a log in my room. Me too. Okay. Alright, you 4 fucking hate me, so what's up? What are you guys doing here? And my question, the 4 of them tensed up and looked at each other. Nothing in particular. We were just bored, that's all. There are lots of things we can use to relieve our boredom here. After hearing their reply, I informed them that I was investigating Gaku's murder case. They were taken aback. What? Are you out of your mind? Gaku was killed in the early morning on day 5. Almost 20 days have passed since then. Why now? Because you guys said you wouldn't trust me until I sniffed out the real culprit, remember? Does that mean you're suspicious of us? I didn't say that. It's actually much better if I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that we're all innocent. The more people we can confirm are innocent, the sooner we can prove that the killer had never been one of us to begin with, right? I see your point. I'm afraid that will be difficult to accomplish. Why? Nobody from Group 1 has a verifiable alibi. Oh, Group 1 is in the original members of the LDA Special Defense Unit. Whereas Group 2... First of the 5 members from second to last Defense Academy. Wait, Sister Dearest, but you and I have ironclad alibis. Because we were sleeping together in the same room? That doesn't hold any water from an objective point of view. It is just as Hiroko said. The testimony of a sibling doesn't count. Miss Amamiya, you're distrustful of us too? Yo, who said that? You're jumping the gun here. What if we looked at possible motives? Motives? Like, is there anyone among you who had something against Gaku? Takumi, are you really expecting someone to say yes to a question like that? Besides, as Mr. Gonzaki mentioned just now, Mr. Mariko was killed in the early morning on day 5. At that point, we'd only known each other for 4 days. Hardly enough time to develop a grudge deep enough to stab someone that many times over. And that's the truth! Yeah, I guess. That's why I believe there's no point trying to solve this case by looking at motives. That murder was carried out by a lunatic. That's the only way for it to make any sense. Which means the prime suspect would be... the craziest lunatic of us all! The man, the myth, the meme himself! Takumi!
Hey!
Why me? Because you killed Mr. Atsuki so easily, just like that. And without any proof. How many times do I have to explain? He betrayed us in another future, and that's why... Would you say that to the police? Would that even hold up in a court of law? I killed him to stop him from carrying out a crime in the future. Does that sound like a good defense to you? It was the same old argument that wasn't worth repeating, so I didn't bother continuing. Simply sighed deeply, shook my head, and left. Okay. Garage. Tsubasa, I get it, but what are you doing here, Takamaru? Because she said she found something cool, duh. What is it? There was a box of junk inside this garage. I rummaged through it and found this. What's that? It's a voice changer. See that patch thing on the tip of the cable? Stick it to your throat and you can use it to freely change your voice to anything you like. You can make it go higher, lower, or smooth as butter. Also, if you have a sample voice recording that's long enough, you can make yourself talk with that voice too. Isn't it cool? Sure, but what is it even doing here? Oh, I wouldn't know. Maybe whoever used this place last left it behind? Who would that be? How the heck would I know? What are you doing here, Takumi? Oh, right. Told them why I was there. Investigating Gaku's murder, huh? I think you're looking in the wrong place. We don't have anything new to share. We were all fast asleep in our rooms when he died. We couldn't have possibly seen or heard anything or anyone suspicious. Any personal guesses? Like, do you know if anyone had a grudge against Gaku? They turned and looked at each other. Takumi? Are you thinking one of us is the killer? No, that's not it. I already told you. The culprit is an outsider who's already escaped outside the wall of fire after killing Gaku. Yeah, that's what I think too. I don't want to be suspicious of anyone anymore. Ain't gonna make that mistake again. He's probably referring to the time when he suspected I was the killer. Okay, thanks for sharing your thoughts with me. They're saying that I turn to leave.
Huh?
Kurara and Kyoshika, what are you two doing here? So, this is where this Gaku person was killed? It was weighing on our minds, so we came. Everyone here is such a dimwit that it's highly likely they missed a vital piece of evidence or two. Oh, so you're here for the same reason I am. Are you investigating the case as well, Sir Takumi? Yeah, do you want to help me out since you're already here? I want to re-examine the scene of the crime. We searched the room together, but found nothing of note. Did you investigate this place immediately after the murder took place? Yes, before we cleaned Gaku's blood off the floor. But we didn't find any clues that would bring us closer to the identity of the killer then either. How about the murder weapon? Despite our best efforts, we haven't found it yet. It's not in this classroom or anywhere else on school grounds. What about the threatening note scribbled on a digital blackboard? Was it erased? Yeah, it was making us uneasy, so... That was a stupid thing to do. We could have used the handwriting to pinpoint the killer. They weren't wrong. By the way, there's something I need to ask you. Ask them what they were doing between the night of day 4 and the morning of day 5. Wait, are you suspicious of us? Not really, it's just... I was sleeping in my room at second to last Defense Academy, of course. As was I. In my own room, that is. I cannot believe we're on your list of suspects. Look at me! I'm the very epitome of innocence! Hey, what's with that look? I mean, have you seen yourself? More like the epitome of I've got something to hide. You're talking about my mask, right? Are you telling me to take it off? No, absolutely not. This mask stays on no matter what anybody... Right before she finished her sentence, Kyoshika snatched her mask away, revealing Kurara's face. She held the mask up high before throwing it onto the ceiling catwalk. What? My mask is gone! My mask! Where did you hide it? Kurara kept looking around in panic. It didn't seem like she noticed Kyoshika had thrown the mask away. It didn't really matter. What did matter was her exposed face. It's Kurara. What? I know. I was just thinking how you look the same in the other timeline, too. Why would I look different? This is the face I was born with! I know what you're trying to say. This face is too cute to be natural, right? But I swear I never did anything to it! Who cares about that? Where's my mask? I feel naked without it. Don't look at me! I believe I just saw Sir Takamaru taking your mask somewhere. That bonehead! Give my mask back to me, Takamaru! She dashed out of the classroom, shrieking away. My, her actions are as adorable as her looks. We ought to let her run around like that for a while. Kyoshika disappeared after saying that. Now alone in the classroom, I doubt I'd learned anything new by sticking around. Guess I should go too. Hiriko and Yugamu, what are you guys doing here? Nothing questionable. I just always feel calmer next to dead bodies. That is extremely questionable if you ask me. I do not know why, but I just found myself wanting to come here. Do normal people find themselves wanting to come to a morgue? It's a lot less questionable than coming to the morgue to feel calmer next to dead bodies. Even I can agree with that. Yugamu put his hand over his mouth and giggled. What about you? Told him I was investigating Gaku's murder case. I see. So you're here to re-examine the corpse. I doubt there's anything new to discover. Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt. With that, I started investigating Gaku's dead body again. Didn't make any new discoveries, just like Hiriko said. What was the cause of death? Hemorrhagic shock. How about the murder weapon? A foot-long blade. The shape of the wound seemed to indicate a kitchen knife of sorts. Have you found a knife? Not yet. Wait a minute. Why is Yugamu suddenly acting all detective-like? I'm just curious. Don't mind me.
Huh? Oh.
Let me see. You already told us the estimated time of death when we were at second to last Defense Academy.
Huh.
Yes, between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. on day 5. Before you ask, I was sleeping in my room at that time. What about you, Yugamu? What? What were you doing between the night of day 4 and the morning of day 5? Is that relevant to the case? I'm just trying to cover all the bases, please. Needless to say, I was in my room at second to last Defense Academy during that period of time. Or perhaps I should say, I was in dreamland, for I was sleeping like the dead. Right. Why do you ask? Because... Are you hesitating to say it out loud? Then I will do so on your behalf, because you are an assassin, Yugamu. Yes, that is certainly a reason to be suspicious. However, I am much chagrined. I do not revel in meaningless murder. Indiscriminate killing goes against my personal code. There is always the possibility that Gaku was someone special to you. Possible. I've never met this Gaku when he was alive. Of course, I have no evidence to back that statement up. All I can do is plead for you to believe my words. I trust you. I didn't hesitate to answer because I had seen Yugamu and Gaku's relationship in the previous timeline. There was just no way they had met each other before this. His statement about not killing meaninglessly was quite possibly true as well. In the previous timeline, Yugamu never killed any of his allies, never showed any indication that he wanted to. Your trust in me is heartening. He smiled a little as he said that. Well, I guess I'm done here then. Thanks for listening to me. After thanking him, I turned around and left. Eva! Okay, I need to figure out a voice for her. Takumi, you've regained consciousness. Takumi! Takumi! Yeah, though battling you is what caused me to faint in the first place. Sorry about that. You're actually apologizing to me? Why wouldn't I? You saved my life. I heard you were really standoffish to the others. That wasn't my intention. I merely said I wouldn't be sharing any information if Takumi wasn't here. It was pointless asking Ava for information about Gaku's murder case, so I asked her for information about the enemy instead. I'm here now. Tell me everything useful you know. Useful? Yeah. Like the enemy's headquarters location, invader types, number of troops, your war strategy. At that, Ava's face suddenly clouded over. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little unwell. Feigning illness now? Give me a break. I'm not feigning. It's true. That wasn't what you promised. I came here alone like you asked, okay? Alone? Does it look like there's anyone else with me? No, that's not what I was wondering about. It's just, I never asked you to come alone. All I said was I would talk once Takumi was here. What do you mean? Whatever it is, I do not think I'm able to talk. Please leave me for now. Ava was clearly feigning illness, but there was nothing I could do to make her talk. Her prison cell was locked. I won't be able to go inside without the key, and it's not like I can force her to spit out the information I wanted even if I could.
Hey!
This is ridiculous. I cursed and kicked a pebble as I left the courtyard. Finished talking with everyone. Sadly, I didn't manage to unearth anything new. While nobody in number 1 had an alibi, they didn't have a motive either. Nothing's changed about this. The 5 new members from number 2. I realized any one of them could have been the culprit. They could have taken the school bus to and from number 1 and number 2 overnight. They could also enter without triggering the alarm. All this investigation had done was throw more names onto the suspect list. The murder weapon was still missing, and the killer left no trace at the scene of the crime. In short, there are 0 clues to go on. How do I even continue the investigation like this? I sighed and collapsed into bed. The day drew to a close and night slowly took over.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders will then.
Siray's carefree voice faded away into the darkness, only to be slowly taken over by a cold silence. It was in that silence that I found myself heading to a certain place, the courtyard, where Ava was being held. I went closer to her cage and stopped just in front of it. Takumi, is something wrong? You look very tired. I'm not. You're just imagining things. Well then, why are you here? When Shoma was bringing food to me, he told me about Gaku. He also shared a lot of other things with me. I'm aware of your current predicament. You mustn't lie to yourself, Takumi.
Huh?
What? The truth is, you think the killer is among the 12 of you, right? No, I don't. Please. You can be honest with me. I won't tell anyone. I'm the only one you can remove as a suspect, because I only arrived here 3 days ago. It's literally impossible for me to have killed Gaku. If I had managed to slip in somehow without triggering the alarm, I wouldn't have stopped at Gaku. In short, I'm the only one in the school that you can trust right now. You've come here because deep inside, you know that too, am I wrong? You may be right. The words spilled out of my mouth before I could stop myself. I couldn't even be sure if I had meant what I said. You and I are the same, Takumi. I don't trust my allies either. Especially not Veshnis. Why's that? That battle 3 days ago, she was supposed to send reinforcements for me, but they never came. She was using me as bait. Bait? She nodded and continued talking. She should have seen me being caught from where she was located. But she didn't do anything, because that was her plan all along. Wait a minute, I thought Veshnis was dead. That is what everyone seems to believe. But is it really true? I'm of the opinion she's still alive somewhere out there. Takumi, here's the straight truth. There's a bomb inside my body. The detonator is on a joint of on my left-hand pinky finger. Moving it in a particular motion triggers an explosion. Anyone standing within a 25-yard radius at that time will be blown to smithereens. Please relax. I don't intend on going through with it. If I did, I would have done it a long time ago. Anyway, Veshnis ordered me to do this. If you get caught, blow yourself up in front of everyone in the Special Defense Unit. I was not to humiliate myself by becoming a prisoner of war. But you didn't do that. My orders were to detonate in front of everyone. I was to blow up every single member of the Special Defense Unit. I didn't detonate the bomb when you apprehended me, because the other 4 members were on the rooftop. I get it now. That's why you wouldn't offer any intel until I came. But you came alone, which defeated the purpose of the request. You were all supposed to come together. That was Veshnis' plan, huh? Yes. To allow you to capture me before detonating, taking out everyone in one fell swoop. That's why she didn't send reinforcements. Ava clenched her jaw and lowered her head, her eyes brimming with tears. Okay, I understand the situation better now. But why are you sharing this top-secret plan with me? I wasn't lying when I said I was feeling unwell this afternoon. It was bothering me that much. I had to choose between lying to you and eventually killing everyone here, or telling you the truth and joining your side. The weight of that decision made me feel so ill. But in the end, you decided to side with me. Yes, because I could never betray someone who saved my life. One more thing. Your eyes. When I look into them, I sense something familiar. Something familiar? Solitude. It dwells within you. Those lonely eyes were what drew my heart to you. Her words weighed heavily on me. Felt like something I was trying desperately to keep hidden had been forcefully exposed. Yet instead of panicking, I felt a strange sense of relief deep inside. I may have been unknowingly putting a barrier between myself and the others because of my suspicions. Truly felt like Ava was the only one I could open up to. Because she was the only one I could say with absolute certainty didn't kill Gaku. By the way, aren't you going to ask me about our army?
Huh?
Nah, I'm not in the mood for that right now. Probably wouldn't remember anything anyway. Then may I ask for a favor? Go on. Please, return my mask to me.
Huh?
Your mask? The mask I was wearing on the battlefield. My people highly value our mask. We consider them as a part of us. Without it, I feel exposed. Fine, your mask, right? Yes, thank you so much. After leaving Ava, I went back to my room. I had mixed feelings about our conversation. Chaotic mix of slight relief, intense guilt, and great confusion.
Hey!
Ah! With a loud cry, I jumped into bed and resigned myself to a sleepless night ahead. Day 25.
Up and out of troops! Time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 25th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy! Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your lives to protect...
After waking up to the usual morning announcement, I walked out of my room straight into Tsubasa. Morning, Takumi. Heading to breakfast? Hey, can I ask you something? What is it?
Huh?
Do you know what happened to Ava's mask? Ava's mask? Yeah, the thing she was wearing on the battlefield before she revealed her true face. Oh, that. It's being kept somewhere in the garage. Great, thanks. I'll go grab it later. Immediately after saying that, the door to the stairwell flung open and Kyoshika came charging over. She quickly ran over to us with a strained look on her face and said,
Huh?
So something disturbing has been discovered in the classroom on the first floor.
Huh?
Something disturbing? You must come immediately. Everyone else is already on their way. I followed Tsubasa and Kyoshika to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon arrival. What? No way. Not again. It was a repeat of day 4. Somebody had used red spray paint to write something on a digital blackboard again. The only difference was the content of the text. This time it said, "Let's play a killing game." Who found it first? 'Twas I. Upon discovering this foul scene, I immediately set off to inform everybody of it. What were you doing here in the first place? Yes, well, I had wished to retrieve Lady Karaba's mask before breakfast.
Huh?
It had been left on the ceiling catwalk since you flung it there yesterday? Kyoshika, you shall pay for this later! Karaba was already wearing her mask. She must have retrieved it before the rest of us came running in. Who would write something like this? Isn't it obvious? It's the same bastard who wrote the last threat. The same one who killed Gaku. Are you sure? The handwriting seems a little different. My dear sister's sharp perception pierces through everything. So someone else wrote this? Who? Wait, could it be Ava? No, I don't think that's possible. When I delivered breakfast to her just now, her cage was properly locked. Who has the key? I do. It's the only copy in existence. Also, there's a special IC chip embedded inside it that makes it impossible to duplicate. We can think about the author later. I'm more curious what this killing game is supposed to refer to. Which part of killing game is so hard to understand? It's a game where you kill or be killed! It still doesn't make sense. Who plays? What are the rules? Where? How? When? Why? Suddenly Shoma raised his voice. Everybody, look, there's something on the teacher's desk. This looks like a tape recorder. Guess we should listen to it. Press play and an eerie-sounding voice came out of the recorder.
The game has officially begun. Like the blackboard says, let's all play a killing game together.
Sounds like Ema pitched down, to be honest.
The name of this game is The Invader Hunt.
The message continued. Anyone willing to participate should gather in the Leisure Lounge at 7 p.m. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. That is all. Those eerie words, the voice stopped. Silence prevailed. We could have heard a pin drop. We were all frowning, although nobody said anything. The last note hadn't been a prank. Sirei was destroyed and Gaku was murdered. This note could have been written by the same person. His last words especially kept echoing loudly in my mind. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. By the way, Keko, you mentioned something about the handwriting of this message being different from the last. Maybe the culprit deliberately changed it. We should keep that possibility in mind. Too soon to be jumping to conclusions about two different culprits when the MO's the same. So, Gaku's murderer's on the move again? But Basically, this could be from the same person who killed Gaku. So, we might be able to find their true identity by joining the game. But that option came with major risk. The monster who destroyed Sirei and slaughtered Gaku was behind it, after all. Join the game despite the risk, or try to keep everyone as safe as possible. We had until 7 p.m. to decide what to do, but it didn't seem prudent to delay our decision until the last minute. We had to stay united. All of us. For that to happen, I had to clearly express my opinion on the matter first, as team leader. But what was our best option? Should we join the game or ignore it completely? Thought long and hard about what to say, and then I made my decision. Alright. Let's play a killing game, Imo. Yeah. Yeah, boy. It's your future.
I think I'm going to join the game.
Feeling determined, I voiced my intention to participate.
Ah.
Will you all join me in this invader hunt? Oh, no, no, no. Have you lost your minds, Mr. Sumino? Participating in a shady game like this would make us just like Mr. Maruko, jumping into the fire and getting stabbed for it. We might end up getting slaughtered just like Gaku. I know it could be dangerous, but I think ignoring the invitation would be even more dangerous. We ought to accept despite the risk. Hey, Takumi, let's think about this rationally. Who knows what kind of monster's behind this? Anything could happen if we joined some insane game like this, man.
Hey!
I more than understand the risk of participating, but I still want to know. I want to know who killed Gaku. I want to know who put us in this situation. I thought things would be different without Eito secretly manipulating us. But apparently, I was wrong. Someone had destroyed Sirei and killed Gaku, all in the space of one night. Gaku's death plunged us all into paranoia, and we haven't been able to come together since. Who could possibly be doing this? Everyone, please, I'm begging you. Even if just this once, go along with me. Please join the game with me. I bowed my head while shouting my pleas, trying to show them how serious I was. But I didn't get the reaction I was hoping for. Sorry, Takumi, I can't. It smells like a trap to me. I'm out too. There's something so vulgar about using a game to encourage murder. A group of strangers all killing each other without any love behind it. It's no better than a hedonistic orgy. Did someone say orgy? Oh, simmer down, you stupid perv. I'm out too. The audience hates to see a team turn on each other like that. My life may be worthless, but if I die, I won't be able to see my dog Leo again. This is bad. This is really bad. At this rate, I'll be the only one playing. How do I convince everyone that this is the right move? What do I have to do? Before I could say anything more.
Are you kidding? Sign me up!
Huh? What? I'm gonna play the game! Obviously! I mean, duh! Obviously, a killing game's about to go down either way! Finally! The god of killing games has smiled on me and broken the chains binding me to this pitiful, tedious life! Anyway, that's why you're all gonna join. It's mandatory. Yeah, right, I'm not fucking doing this. We can't start killing each other. We're here to fight the invaders. Excuse me? If you guys keep acting like such witches, I won't get my killing game! We need at least a double-digit player count or it's not gonna happen. And I need it to happen. I've been waiting for this my whole life. I'm so sick of this lame tower defense game. I want us to kill each other. Do it! Do it! Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it! We're all gonna do it, right? Darmy vociferously urged everyone to play. But the more she insisted, the more it turned everyone off. What utter foolishness. I'm not entertaining this nonsense anymore. Disgusted, Carrara left the classroom. The others followed soon after. If you want to kill each other, do it by yourselves. I won't stand for this. Sister Dearest and I are going back to our rooms. I've always wanted to storm out in a dramatic huff like this. So cliché. In the end, the only ones left standing in the classroom were... Huh? What's wrong with them? Not playing like defies the laws of nature! Myself, Darmy, and Hiruko. Hiruko, are you gonna play the game too? I'm shocked. I didn't think you'd have any interest in something like this. Don't misunderstand me. I have no interest at all in the game itself. I just want to make sure. Huh? Make sure? Hiruko fell silent, refusing to elaborate. She does tend to be secretive. Well then, 3 of us will meet in the leisure lounge tonight. The message said anyone willing to participate should gather in the leisure lounge at 7 p.m. Well, with so few participants, it's entirely possible the game will be cancelled. No! My long-awaited killing game is slipping through my fingers! Hiruko and I went back to our rooms, leaving Darmy behind to wallow in despair. An invader hunt. I was lying in bed contemplating this mysterious game that we were supposedly going to play. Why would whoever wrote the message invite us to join a game? What kind of game did they have planned? Or was the announcement itself a trap? I was racking my brain, unable to figure out any possible intention behind all of this, until suddenly... A visitor? I opened a door and came face to face with Darmy. Huh? Darmy? What's up? Hey, why aren't you saying anything? Darmy continued to stand there, not speaking so much as a single word. 1 minute passed, then 2. 3 people isn't enough! Finally, she spoke. A killing game with only 3 people? That's just not gonna work! The joy of a killing game is that there are a ton of participants, and a lot of dying. 3 people do not a massacre make! I mean, forget Royale, that's not even enough of a battle to get excited about! Totally impossible! Like, way impossible! She was muttering to herself, but I more or less understood her point. So you're saying there's not enough people to hold a proper killing game? I've literally been saying that this whole time!
Hey!
Really? I didn't notice. I got the feeling this announcement only exacerbated Darmy's emotional instability. Normies always do this. They're like so happy to do an athletic meet or a talent show or whatever. But if you suggest a killing game, they're like, ew, no way! That's probably because they don't want to die. At this rate, I'm not going to get my killing game. Can't have that. If it gets canceled, it's so over. Kyo-ho-ho. You have to help, Takumi! Tell them how important this is and convince them to play! Are you kidding? There's no way they listen to me. Even just now, they barely paid attention to what I had to say. It'll be fine. Just stand at their doorways and keep putting on that peer pressure. They'll cave eventually. You mean like what you're doing to me now? I might be dumb and useless, but even I can handle staging a sudden I mean, I did stick around my parents' house for basically my entire life without ever running away. No matter how much my brother and my daddy yelled at me to leave. Though, I guess that was mostly because I didn't have anywhere else to go. What do I even say to that? Okay, you'll be in charge of convincing Takamaru, Shoma, and the twins. Your job is to flip them to willing players before we're supposed to meet. You have to get them to play! No matter what. Darmy stormed away without giving me a chance to object. Man, why is she so pushy? Now that she's asked, I can't just do nothing. I don't want the game to get canceled either, so I guess I should try it to encourage everybody to join. I'm supposed to persuade Takamaru, Shoma, Ima, and Kako, huh? Of the four, Takamaru seems most likely to hear me out. He looks like a hard ass, but at his core he's genuine and kind. Might be willing to listen if he sees that I feel strongly about this. Okay, the first one I'm going to try to convince is Takamaru. That settles that. Now to think of a way to get him to join. He's probably against it because he's wary of what might happen. His concerns are valid. The monster who slaughtered Gaku is behind this, after all. I get why he'd want to avoid a confrontation, but... if we don't participate, we may never find out who's really behind all this. Can't let that happen. I want to catch whoever killed our friend, no matter what it takes. Gaku might have been a careless, sneaky goofball, but he was one of our own. He didn't deserve to die. I'll never forgive who killed him. I'm going to find him, and I know Takamaru feels the same. Maybe I should get him to remember how he felt when Gaku was murdered. How do I do that? How do I get Takamaru fired up again? How do you reignite the rage in someone's heart? No point in trying to figure this out on my own. Just ask around and see if anyone has any ideas. How to get Takamaru fired up, you ask? Takumi, you're asking the wrong person. My IQ is so low it's a negative number. I couldn't possibly know. Can you stop the self-deprecation for a second and really think about it? What gets him worked up? Sorry, I have no idea. I'm too scared to think about anything. The invader hunt is all I can think about. They want us to kill each other. Shoma's completely terrified. It's pointless trying to question him further. You wish to know how to ignite the fire in Takamaru's heart? I recommend giving him stickers. Stickers? A while back, I was messing around and put a cute character sticker on Sir Takamaru's custom biker jacket. He was completely overcome with rage. The fuck do you think you're doing to my jacket? That's the window to my soul. If you ever transition, you better damn well call me so I can kick your ass man to man. That's exactly what he screamed at me. If I were to describe his countenance that day, he looked like an angry temple spirit, or an active volcano. So indeed, a sticker will set him ablaze. I don't think it had anything to do with the sticker. I think he just got mad he messed with his clothes. It doesn't seem like it's going to be useful, but I'll try to remember it anyway. Takamaru is very serious about his biker outfit. Noted. How to get Takamaru fired up? Pro wrestling ops! When you're locked in tight and exchanging pure soul energy with another fighter, your heart will be on fire! Come and experience it for yourself, Takumi! I'll spar with you right now! Sorry, Mocha, but now's not a good... Too much of a wuss to put your butt in the line and fight? Well, yeah. Man, I picked the wrong person to ask. Moving right along. Darn, what are you doing here? Can't you tell? I'm pretending to be a corpse. Da! A corpse? If we're going to play a killing game, then all of the useless nobodies like me are probably going to die first. So I thought I'd better practice being dead. That way I'll be a cool corpse when the time comes. I see. Good luck with that. You should look at Gaku's body and practice too. He's a perfect example of how we're all going to end up. The moment I saw Gaku's body, I had an idea. This should work. Sorry, Gaku, I'm going to have to move your sheet. pulled down the sheet draped over Gaku's body and came face to face with his brutalized corpse. Then, took off his jacket, splattered with blood and covered in countless holes. The criminal stabbed him over and over with a knife. Felt like I could feel Gaku's pain and agony just by touching his jacket. They won't get away with this. They're going to pay. Filled my heart with a sense of duty and conviction. I showed this to Takamaru. He'll remember how angry he was when Gaku was murdered. Yugami, what are you doing here? I came to chat with that Eito Atsuki guy. I'm terribly intrigued by him. Chat? He's a dead body. Corpses are surprisingly articulate. You can learn so much just by looking at them. I knew the moment I laid eyes on his own body. He was a brilliant assassin in his own right. Oh, I would give anything to have met him while he was still alive. Well, if it isn't the village idiot right on cue, what is wrong with you? What's your problem all of a sudden? Why are you so angry? Obviously, because you're a complete and utter moron. You want to play some killing game? You're such an uneducated street rat, I could puke. She's worried about you, Takumi. We were just talking, and we think you're not thinking rationally. Takumi, it's not too late. You can rethink this. I know you have your reasons, but playing such a dangerous game is madness. Even a sick necrophile like you should know a killing game is going too far. Try to rub your pauper brain cells together long enough to generate a spark, and think about why you shouldn't value your freak fetishes over your own life. She was being unnecessarily cruel, but Kurara was worried about me in her own Kurara way. I appreciated the sentiment, but... Sorry, but I've made up my mind. I'd gladly accept the risk for a chance to confront Gaku's killer, and nothing would change my mind. How to get Takamaru fired up? Isn't he always fired up? I mean, is he ever cool or composed? Don't you think he was been holding back a bit too much lately? Normally, I'd expect him to be the first to jump at the opportunity to do this invader hunt. I mean, even Takamaru has to hold back sometimes. I mean, how many of our friends have died so far? Eito, Gaku, and... even Sirei is just a heap of scrap now. What are Sirei's remains doing here? I'm connecting what's left of him to the PC in the war room to salvage whatever data I can. I figured if I can access his confidential information, I can learn how to fix the corpse recovery drones, and maybe I'll even be able to get some information on whoever destroyed him. So you're basically doing an autopsy? Yeah. I'm sure even Sirei regrets that this happened to him so suddenly. So I feel like I need to make his death mean something at the very least. Felt my chest clench as I stared at Sirei's remains. I'll never forgive who did this to him. They have to pay. Incredible rage was coursing throughout my body. Tsubasa, do you think I could borrow him? I guess so, but what for? I wanted to show him to Takamaru. The person who did this to Sirei was more than likely the same person who murdered Gaku. Takamaru might remember his rage when he sees this. Takumi, did you bring it? Bring what? My mask. You promised me yesterday. That's right, she asked me to give her mask back to her yesterday. Sorry, Ava, I just don't have time for that right now. No, I've been waiting so long. Takumi, are you going to break your promise to me? You're mocking me because you know I'm just a helpless prisoner? Calm down. Be sure to bring it when I'm done. Just wait a bit longer, please. You promise? You really will? If you don't, I'll break down crying. She incessantly confirmed again and again that I would actually bring it. That mask must be incredibly important to her. Okay, these should be enough to convince him. Gaku's jacket and Sirei's remains. Holding onto them tightly, I burst into Takamaru's room. Whoa, Takumi! Where's your manners? You can't just let yourself in? Takamaru, sorry to spring this on you, but I have something I want to show you. What is this? It's all fucked up and full of holes. Real dirty, too. Covered in dark stains. It's Gaku's jacket. He was wearing it when he was killed. When he was killed? You mean these stains are his blood? You asshole, why would you show me this? Good question. Yeah, I know. Nobody wants to see this. But we can't hide from it. It's got all these holes in it, see? Because he was stabbed. With a knife. Over and over. Brutally. That motherfucker stabbed him this many times? God damn it! Gaku must have been in so much pain! Takamaru's eyes were bloodshot as he stared at the holes in Gaku's clothes. He was shaking with fury. Here's where I get him once and for all. And this is what's left of Sirei. The person who did this was more than likely the same person who murdered Gaku. He might have been a machine, but I know he suffered. He was torn to shreds. Takumi, what the hell are you trying to do here? I know I owe you one, but I won't hesitate to fuck you up if you're just here to mess with the bodies of all our dead friends. No, that's not it. I just wanted to ask you. Look Takamaru dead in the eye. It's very likely that whoever's inviting us to play this game is the same person who killed Sirei and Gaku. The killer who did this to our friends is throwing down a challenge. Move closer to Takamaru. Takamaru, listen to me. Are you sure you want to run away from this game? If you back down now, you might never get another shot at catching whoever did this. I can't get him. I can't let him get away with this. I'm gonna kill him with my bare hands. That ain't enough of a reason to play this game. What happens to Gaku happens to all of us. It's all pointless. Crap, he's still not angry enough. I want to get Takamaru to join, and he's still on the fence about after all of this. Just going to have to make him even madder.
I won't let Gaku's killer get away with it. I will get payback, but this ain't the time for that. Whatever this invader hunt shit is, it's obviously a...
Nope.
What's the matter, Tak?
Bleh. I failed.
I won't let Gaku's killer get away with it. I will get payback, but this ain't the time for that. Whatever this invader hunt shit is, it's obviously a trap. We got no clue what's waiting for us in the leisure lounge. We can't just take up a challenge from a killer.
So, that biker jacket of yours is just for show, huh?
The fuck did you just say to me? What are you, deaf? I said a coward like you shouldn't be wearing a jacket like that. Bastard, you ain't gonna get away with talking about my jacket like that. She reflects my whole soul! It's just like Kyoshika said. Takamaru gets upset when you insult his jacket. He's lost his cool. Now's my chance. I'm going to make him see it my way.
Takamaru, you don't deserve to wear that jacket.
The fuck, man? I ain't called the strongest gang boss that's ever lived for nothing.
You? A gang boss? You don't seem like much of a boss to me at all.
What?
Think about it. You're literally cowering, even though the person who killed your friend is throwing down the gauntlet. I didn't know a gang boss could be such a fair-weather friend and still get any respect.
Takamaru's face looked nothing short of demonic as he glared at me. But he didn't argue back. Must have hit him where it hurt. He was at a loss for words.
Takamaru.
Bumped my fist against his chest near his heart.
If you want to show me how a real boss acts, fight with me. Join me. Please. Join the game with me.
Yay, we gaslit him by calling him a pussy. Woohoo! If you're gonna bust my balls like that, I guess I can't back down. Fine, I'll do it. I'll join this fucking invader hunt or whatever it is, and kill the bastard behind all this shit. My hard work had paid off. Takamaru had finally agreed to join. I didn't have time to stick around and celebrate. Quickly left Takamaru's room and set off to persuade the others. Since I won over someone as influential as Takamaru, persuading the others went smoothly. Takamaru said he'd join? If you got someone as cautious as Mr. Yakushiji to fool, then I guess the game can't be all that dangerous. Everyone's going to join? Then I guess I should too. Having successfully won over Ima, Kako, and Shoma, I'd met the quota Darumi forced on me. And then, night finally came. I arrived at the leisure lounge just before 7 p.m. and found that all of the other Special Defense Unit members were already there.
Huh?
Got quite a group here. Did everybody decide to join the game? Honestly, I never wanted to come, but Darumi rang my doorbell at least 10,000 times. She was so persistent, I just gave in. I was eating a snack in the cafeteria when suddenly Lady Darumi snatched my holy Jumanji sword. I pursued the scoundrel in an attempt to retrieve her, when suddenly I found that I'd been lured here. Oh, the holy Jumanji sword is safe and sound, if you were concerned. You could say this was a real steal. Ha ha ha! Yoshika, give that blade of yours to me immediately. I'm going to snap it in half along with your entire spinal column. Why would you say something so frightening? Wait, what? Lady Kurara, you've come too? We were worried when you disappeared so suddenly, so we came here looking for you. Yoshika, if you worry us like that again, I'll drop a heel right on the crown of your head to teach you a lesson. Oh, for the love of murder. Looks like we've all been tricked into coming here. The army seems to have used some pretty underhanded tricks to get everyone to come. What a score! With this many people, killing each other is going to be so much fun! Alright, it's almost time for the game to start! Who's going to die first? Maybe me? I sure hope so! Everybody, please kill me! Oh, I made sure to bring all of your infusers, too! We're all set for the great slaughter to begin! She's so prepared, it's scaring me. Darumi seemed thrilled at the idea of us killing each other, but I don't plan on hurting any of my friends. I'm not going to let anyone else die. That's why I wanted to do this. It's almost time. What kind of person do you think is running this game? I'm kind of excited to see who the bad guy is. Time passed. Finally, it was 7 p.m., but... Fuck's sake, nothing's happening. Nobody came. Nothing happened. The leisure lounge was as quiet and peaceful as ever. Maybe the mastermind gave up after they saw a disgusting insect like me was joining. Or maybe that whole message was just a prank? Honestly, as anticlimactic as that would be, safe conclusion like that might be for the best. Look, it's getting late. I'm out of here. No sooner than Takamaru had said those words, it happened. Suddenly, an ominous sound came from out of nowhere. What is that sound? It's awful. My ears hurt. What the hell? Is someone revving a bike engine? No way. I've never heard an engine make a noise this horrible. Just listening to it is making me... bleh! The unidentified sound grew louder and louder. Where's it coming from? We looked around for the source of the sound. That's when we happened to look up at the ceiling.
Huh?
Only to be greeted by an unbelievable sight.
Bees? The hell? They're flying around with a bunch of big-ass bees?
Is that a spacesuit? Wait, no. A diving suit?
A bee parachute? I've never seen such a hideous mode of transport.
Eek! I hate bugs! Someone get me some bug spray stat!
The individual in the spacesuit gradually lowered their altitude. They'd landed in the leisure lounge. You look fucking ridiculous. Take that helmet off and show us your face. Is this some Wrestling Federation's masked fighter? Love the costume, but you gotta lose the bees. We need to take this seriously. They might be with the invaders. What if it's a commander? Takumi, did you see a commander like this during your first 100 days? No, I never saw anyone like this. We never faced a commander who controlled bees. Especially not one in a spacesuit. Hey, who are you? It's only polite to introduce yourself. Speak up, asshole. The mysterious person examined our faces without answering. And they nodded, seemingly satisfied.
So good to see so many of you. With so many participants, this killing game is sure to reach a screaming climax. The more lives there are to lose, the more spectacular the battle.
Their voice sounded unnatural. Perhaps they were filtering it through a voice changer. Their face was obscured by their mask, too, so there was no guessing their age or gender. Well done for deciding to join my game, Special Defense Unit maggots. I commend your small act of bravery. They commended us! Kyoshika, they're definitely being sarcastic, or trying to provoke us. We're so terribly honored. But who exactly are you? What are you doing at this school? I'm here to play my game with you, of course. I'm the sponsor of the Invader Hunt. You may call me Sponsor. Treat the title with the respect it deserves. Sponsor. So this is the person who invited us to play this game, which means time is precious. I wish to start the game quickly. First, we'll hold the opening ceremony. Let me ask you one thing first. Yelled over to Sponsor, interrupting the mid-sentence. Are you the one who murdered our friend Gaku Maruko? Strange threat was written on the blackboard a day before Gaku's murder. Perfectly matches this order of events. In other words, it was only natural to assume this was the person behind Gaku's death. Does it really matter who I have or haven't killed? After all, every last one of you will die in this game. Don't dodge the question. I'm asking if you killed Gaku. Yes or no? Yes and no. There's no other way for me to answer. Told you not to dodge the... Takumi! Read the room! Sharp voice pierced my eardrums and caused me to cover my ears. Darmy? I've been waiting for this day my entire life. I prayed to the god of killing games every night. Begged to be released from the pointlessness of my life. Begged for me, my parents, my brother, and my teachers to all die in gratuitous gory style. My dream is finally about to come true. I'm going to get the killing game I've always wanted. Don't ruin this for me. Don't you dare ruin my dream! I was taken aback by the desperation in her voice. Aren't you a strange one? Are you that excited for my game? Like, you don't even know. Tell me all the messed up rules we have to follow. It motivates me to hear you have such high expectations. Then allow me to explain the rules. No, thank you. Not interested. Karara interrupted and stepped forward. I have no intention of playing your game. I refuse to even recognize it. You want us to kill each other? I never approve of such a vile game. Don't be so rash, Tomato Head. That vileness is what will make this game interesting. You might enjoy it more than you expect if you just give it a try. It's not often that you get the opportunity to unleash your primal urges and kill your fellow man. I told you I'm not playing. I am the scion of the Osazuki family, the pinnacle of all Suzukis. It's fine for me to trample on the ignorant masses from up on high, but there's no way in hell I'm allowing someone to try and kill me as if we're equals. So you refuse to participate? That goes for at least half of us. There's only the few mental patients here that want to play your deranged game. Takumi, she just called you a mental patient. She means you too. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. I believe I made that very clear. I believe you did. Karara glanced down for just a moment. So go ahead and try. All of a sudden, she was ready to fight. Pull your filthy eyeballs out of your sockets and watch closely. Behind the Osazuki family boxing technique. I'm going to beat you in your ugly costume until you're so swollen you look like you stuck your head in your stupid bee's hive. Karara assumed the boxing stance and steadily approached the sponsor. Wait, Karara. Don't try to fight them alone. I can handle this by myself. I don't sense any fighting spirit in this pathetic worm. They have the quintessential pauper aura. All talk and no action. One punch will do it. Ignoring our warnings, Karara continued to close the distance between the sponsor and herself. Hope you like the taste of noble fist! Kurara was about to unleash her deadly uppercut when it happened. Kurara! The bees that had been hovering near the ceiling descended with a terrible cacophony of beating wings, and then they instantly grabbed Kurara and whisked her high up into the sky.
Put me down! Put me down this instant! These horrible things are so creepy!
Kurara squirmed frantically, but they held onto her tight, refusing to let go.
Kurara Suzuki, I sentence you to being suspended mid-air. What a sight, don't you think? As they say, smoke and fools rise to great heights. You can writhe and suffer for now. I'll ease your pain when the time is right.
Lady Kurara! Give me back my Lady Kurara, you vile insect! Kurara, what do we do? How do we get her back? She's so high up, even my mid-air attacks won't reach her! What do we do now? How can we save Kurara when she's all the way up there? Kako's sniper rifle might be able to reach, but this Kako has never used her Hemo-Anima before. Right now, there's no way for us to attack the bees up near the ceiling. In that case, we'll just have to attack the person controlling them. Ah! Suddenly, I found myself running at full tilt, making a beeline for the sponsor. I'm not going to lose anybody else. Let that determination take away my fear and carry me forward. Plunged my infuser into my chest as I ran. Give back! I screamed as loud as my voice would let me and swung my sword down on the sponsor. Felt it connect. My blade was going to split them in two. I was so sure it would, and yet... That tickles. Is that all you've got, Takumi Samino? How? The sponsor was completely unharmed. It's simple. Your power isn't enough to inflict even the slightest scratch on me. No, this has to be some sort of mistake. This has to be some kind of cheap trick. Then try again. I won't stop you. You've got some balls, bee fucker. Let's see how long you can keep up this tough guy act, huh? I'm joining the fray, Takumi. Combined, our power level is like 2 million. We can get them, guys. We need to save Kurara as soon as possible. Everybody. Even if we can't take the sponsor on alone, we can if we all attack together. Brace yourself, asshole! Our breaths synchronizing, we all leapt at the sponsor.
Take that!
You blackguard!
You're finished!
Takamaru, Nozomi, Kyoshika, and I unleashed everything we had on the sponsor. We punched, we kicked, we sliced, we pummeled. We tried every attack possible. We used every last ounce of our strength until we had no energy or Hemo-Anima to spare. However... It tickles! Why don't their attacks do anything? Are you immortal or some goddamn thing? You have the endurance of a wrestler to withstand my body slam. No matter how much we attacked, our opponent didn't even flinch. This was far beyond a matter of strength or endurance. They were literally invincible. We can't give up. We must save Lady Kurara. My fellow warriors. Just one coordinated attack and... Enough of the sideshow. The opening ceremony will conclude with Kurara Osazuki's death. There was a cruelty in the sponsor's voice as they pointed to Kurara, still hanging in the air.
Please! Help!
Her body was rapidly turning black. Was a swarm of bees draining her cryptoglobin?
Lady Kurara!
Once they'd sucked everything out of Kurara, the bees dropped her dried up husk on the floor. No! Kurara! No, this can't be happening. Lady Kurara can't be dead. Don't give up yet. Let's take her to the revival-matic. Nozomi, Moko, and Kyoshika lifted up Kurara's corpse and left the leisure lounge, but... How pointless. How can a body be revived if there isn't a drop of cryptoglobin left in it? How pitiful that she would die before the game even began. She's ruined my schedule. I suppose I'll simply have to postpone the start of the game until tomorrow morning. Return here as soon as you're awake tomorrow. And might I remind you, there's no point in trying to escape. You know now what happens if you refuse to play. There's nothing we could say. We'd be killed instantly if we tried to resist. Never had any message come through so clearly. Bummer, Kurara got the opening death scene. Must be nice, she died with so much drama. But it should have happened to me. Well, whatever, the game starts tomorrow, so I have plenty of chances to have a nice, gory demise. I wonder how everyone else is gonna die. Who's gonna kill me? There's like so much to look forward to. Darmi's eerie yet strangely innocent cackle ran out across the silent leisure lounge. Day 26.
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine! Get ready for your 26th day of active service here at last, Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable to pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready to give your...
Alright, whatever. This morning, barely slept last night. Woke up over and over again seeing Kurara's face when she died in my nightmares. They won't get away after killing my friend so horribly. If I could, I'd kill them right now. But right now, we're too weak. I can't beat them. One poor attempt to revolt and we'd just be massacred. For now, we just have to obey. We just have to play the game. They wanted us to come back to the leisure lounge when we woke up. I hurried off to the leisure lounge. On my way to the leisure lounge, I came across Nozomi and Moko in the hall. Nozomi, are you okay? You're so pale. I couldn't sleep last night. I just can't believe it. Kurara, she's gone. Kurara, I didn't know what to say. What could I do for her after she lost a close friend? We buried her. Make sure you say goodbye to her later, okay, Takumi? Yeah, I promise I will. They're not going to get away with killing Kurara. I'll do whatever it takes to avenge her. But now's not the time. They're a bit too strong for us right now. So we're all going to play this game for a little while and wait for our chance. For now, we just have to push all this grief down and grit our teeth. Knowing how to bide your time is an important part of fighting. Nozomi was barely able to hold steady on her own 2 feet. Moko looked after her as they walked to the leisure lounge. I made a vow to myself as I watched Nozomi walk away. No matter how this game turns out, I'll protect Nozomi to the end. No, not just Nozomi. I won't let anyone else die. Because I came back here to protect them and grab hold of a future where we can find happiness. Oh yeah, this one's more fucked than the original one, buddy. At last, I present to you the rules of the Invader Hunt. Once we were all in the leisure lounge, the sponsor began to explain the rules without any preamble. The rules are exceedingly simple. All you have to do is hunt the creatures known as invaders. You will gain points for every invader hunted, which will be tallied.
And reflected in the live rankings.
The names of everyone in the room were shown on a screen being held up by 2 bees.
One round lasts 10 days. The person ranked last at midnight on the 10th day will be executed. Their cryptoglobin drained by my bees.
Executed. Kurara's death was proof that this was no bluff. They could easily kill us all. In short, we need to try and kill as many invaders as possible. I'm glad we don't actually kill each other or anything. I mean, not glad, but if we're just hunting invaders, then we just keep fighting defensive battles, right? That's the same shit we were doing anyway. Not at all. What you were doing was merely defending your base. Hunting and defending are entirely different. To hunt, you must go out. The playing field is the space outside of the school. You will not receive points for any invaders killed at the school, no matter how many. Can't get points anywhere in the area shaded red. It's anywhere within school grounds. It means if we want points, we'll have to go down and hunt down invaders wandering outside. So we're being forced to fight outside of the ring den. It's too much for a shut-in like me to be forced outside like this. What happens if the invaders attack the school while we're all out there? If a commander strikes when the place is empty, it's the end of the line. All you need to do is engage them before they infiltrate the school grounds. They say that a good offense is the best defense, after all. Then we can't stray too far from the school. If we're not careful about how many battles we fight out there, we'll end up disqualified for going out of the ring. So we need to hunt in a place where we can quickly return to the school if something happens. How are you going to track how many invaders we hunt down out there? You're not counting on an honor system, right? Someone would definitely end up lying about their numbers. These bees will count your points. Whenever you kill invaders, they will count the points and report them to me. In other words, these bees will be monitoring our actions while we're playing this game. So running away isn't going to be an option. And last but not least, the most important rule of all. You are strictly forbidden from causing me harm while the game is underway. Anyone who defies me will immediately become food for my bees. Try not to lose your cool. Rather tyrannical, one-sided rule, isn't it? Does this mean we can't resist even if you use violence against us? Don't worry, I will not lay a finger on any of you. The game will immediately seize if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. In other words, they won't hurt us so long as we do what they say. But you're the one who enforces these rules. If you turn on us, we're entirely without recourse. I intend to run this game as fairly as possible. Otherwise, things would be very boring. I promise not to violate the rules. Please trust me on that. There's no way we can trust them, but we're in no position to argue. Now then, that includes the explanation of the rules. There are plenty of other hidden rules, but I'm not so inclined as to give them all away at this juncture. Come up with strategies on your own. Doing is learning. Sponsor looked at all of us and shouted,
Special Defense Unit maggots, participants of my game, assume your new roles as proud hunters and claim as many invaders as you can. The invader hunt has hereby officially begun.
Without so much as a moment to prepare, the game was on. I wasn't sure how I was supposed to handle our newly assigned task, so I had to go back to my room and prepare to leave school grounds. Just force a bottom tie. The Invader Hunt is a point-based hunting game, so I had to review the rules of the game. The rules themselves were simple. All we really had to do was hunt invaders. However, the game field was outside school grounds. Even if we killed an invader, if it happened in a school facility or in the schoolyard, it wouldn't count. Basically, no matter what we do in a defensive battle, it wouldn't be worth any points. If we wanted points, we had to go out exploring and hunt down any invaders we come across. It's way too dangerous to constantly be fighting out there. If we died outside school grounds, the drones wouldn't collect our bodies, and the Revive-O-Matic wouldn't revive us. Death would truly be final. We have to be careful so we don't die. If we want to do that, we should probably form teams. In a team, there'd be someone there to have our backs, and we could look after one another to keep each other alive. We'd need comrades if we want to survive. Okay, before I go out, I should find someone to partner up with. So I had to go talk to everyone to see if anyone would want to team up with me. For some reason, when I went out onto the roof, everyone was already there. There was no sign of Darmi or Hiriko, but almost everyone else was there. Takumi. Oh, everyone, great timing. Just figured out a way we can survive this game. Do you mind if we talk? Everyone rushed over to me, and I explained the necessity of forming teams. So I think we should at least be in pairs. Trying to do this solo will just end in game over the moment you take a lethal hit. Yeah, we were just saying the same thing. That we should work in teams, I mean. We were actually just deciding the teams. In short, we're right in the middle of a draft meeting. Keiko pulled out a piece of paper with the members of each team written on it. The first team is us boys and Sister Dearest. And the second team is all of the girls. We might end up spending a lot of time together from now on, so we thought grouping up by gender would make sense. What we're worried about is Yugamu, who's nowhere to be found. He's a boy, but it's entirely possible he'd like to stick with Miss Kirifuji and Miss Magadori as he's done up to this point. But if we put Yugamu in Team 2, then we should put Hiriko in Team 1. Miss Shizuhara is very strong, so we were discussing giving preferential negotiating rights to the weaker team. Preferential negotiating rights? This really is like a sports draft. By the way, what team do you want me in? It makes sense if I was in the male-centric team, but... You have to play alone. Nobody wants you. What? I was so shocked that my voice withered away mid-exclamation. Why? Why am I the only one being left out? Don't tell me you guys are so suspicious of me. Thought we cleared things up about Gaku. I didn't kill him, it was the sponsor, isn't that obvious? No, we're all on the same page there. They're definitely the one who killed Mr. Maruko. They destroyed Sirei too. They're behind everything. Then why? Mr. Sumino, have you forgotten? You killed Mr. Hatsuki. Sure, but why bring that up again? He was a traitor. He had to go. Even if I grant you that, he was still one of us. If you had a comrade who could kill another comrade without batting an eye, would you want to team up with them in a killing game? No way. You've got to be kidding. But... And whenever you do anything, someone invariably ends up dead.
You're cursed! Do us all a favor and get out of here!
You're more than cursed. You're the Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper? It stung, but I couldn't argue. It's true that I was the common denominator in all of the deaths so far. I came back to the past and immediately killed Eito. And because I ignored the message on the blackboard on day 4, Gaku was killed the next day. And 2 days ago, I decided to join the game and encouraged everyone to join with me. And because of that, Kurara died so brutally. If you hadn't convinced us to join this game, Lady Kurara would still be with us. It's all your fault. All of it. Give her back. Give Lady Kurara back to me.
The blood of Lady Kurara is on your hands!
Kyoshika drew closer to me, letting out a pained cry. Couldn't bring myself to meet her eyes, which were now red and swollen from crying. Kyoshika, no! Moko put herself between us and embraced Kyoshika. Blaming Takumi won't bring her back. It'll just make it hurt even more. But... Knowing how to swallow your sorrow is part of fighting. We need to be strong right now. I'm sorry, Takumi. Kyoshika understands, I swear. She knows it's not your fault Kurara died. She has no outlet for her grief, so she's just taking it out on you. I was so shocked that I couldn't utter a single word. I had no idea everyone had so much contempt for me. All I ever wanted to do was make everyone happy. That was why I came back. Where did it all go wrong? I swear, Lady Luck or Fortune, whatever the hell she's called, turned against you the moment you offed Eito. This whole slew of shit speaks for itself. Not even I can help you out here. Sorry, but you're on your own. Sorry, Takumi. Everyone left one after the other, leaving me all alone on the rooftop. I felt total despair. This was my first time being so obviously and intentionally isolated. I always had Karuo by my side in the TRC. My mom and dad were always waiting at the dinner table whenever I went home. But now, here I was all alone. Would have to face this game of death all by myself. Nobody would ever want to team up with the Grim Reaper. Then I thought of something. That's right. Hiriko. I saw Hiriko in my mind's eye. On day 5, she took me to second to last defense academy. I can never really tell what she's thinking. She's a surprisingly caring person. She might be willing to work with me on this. Maybe I should ask Hiriko if she'll team up with me. Feeling a sliver of hope, I decided to stop by Hiriko's room. I was praying hard as I rang her doorbell. Please, Hiriko, you have to answer. If you forsake me too, then it's all over. Maybe my prayers were answered because... Takumi, what do you need at this hour? Hirako, thank goodness you're still here. I was almost tearing up with happiness. I'm so glad you're here. So glad. The moment I met you, you stirred my soul. Can I go back inside? You're creeping me out. No, wait, just hear me out, please. You're not about to try to tell me about the word of God, are you? No. I explained everything that had just happened. I didn't leave out a single detail. Told her how they called me the Grim Reaper, how no one would team up with me. So, your already very low popularity has now hit rock bottom, then. Hurts when you lay it out like that, but in a nutshell, yes. At this rate, I'll have to do the invader hunt all alone. I'm begging you, Hirako. There's no one else I can trust. Please, team up with me. Lowered my head and pleaded sincerely. I believed that if anyone would lend me a hand to pull me out of my predicament, it would be Hirako, but I'm afraid I must disappoint you. My hope was crushed. Is there anything I can do to change your mind? If you team up with me, I'll work myself to the bone for you. I promise I'll be useful to you. It's simply not possible. I will not be teaming up with you for this game. Do you think I'm the Grim Reaper too? Please, I don't believe in that kind of superstitious nonsense. I simply have my own situation to deal with. Besides, I already have a partner. You do? Just then. Darmy?
Oh.
Stupid puppy. I told you not to come out. Go back into your doghouse like a good girl. What's going on? Why is Darmy barking?
Oh.
You know how this one's been an overexcited nuisance since the killing game was announced, right? So I turned her into my dog. I don't understand in the slightest. Basically, I used strength to make her submit, and it broke her a little. Come to think of it, Darmy had been unusually quiet during the announcement of the rules. Guess she was already a dog at that point.
Oh.
I have a responsibility to her as an owner, so I'll be playing the game with her. I instinctively fled after being ferociously barked at by Darmy. Guess I'm on my own then. Felt strangely refreshed after being so cleanly rejected. Fine, I'll play by myself. I'll hunt down the invaders on my own and survive all on my own too. Half sulking, I headed for the entrance hall. There was someone unexpected waiting for me when I arrived at the entrance hall. How pitiful that you must go all alone. Are you going to hunt or to be hunted? Were you waiting here so you could laugh at me? No, I merely came to give you some information. I failed to mention it earlier, but I have added more fire extinguishers. Now you may go outside at any time. You shall hunt whenever it pleases you. They're pretty prepared. How long have they been planning this? Now then, go out there and hunt! Struggle away for my amusement! It's dangerous to stray too far from the schools. Try to find invaders as close by as possible. Pretty sure a decent number of invaders were wandering around the city to the south. I'll head over there today. Just as I thought, there was a large number of invaders inhabiting the nearby city. They roamed around the ruins like zombies with no will of their own. They were all just basic cannon fodder. I could defeat them on my own. I sensed a presence and glanced up in the air to see one of the sponsor's bees were tailing me. Must be here to count my points. Okay, here it goes. Stifled my breath and slowly crept up on one of the invaders. Time to attack with everything I've got. I wanted to attack, but my legs froze. I couldn't move. Am I scared? I'd fought on my own plenty of times before, but there was a difference between choosing to go it alone and having no alternative. I was going to have to fight alone forever. I was scared of confronting that truth. But I can't just cower forever, can I? Took a deep breath and steeled myself. This time I leapt out in front of the invader. Jesus Christ.
I've got this. Take this! My turn. Ha! All right. Ready when you are. Not gonna cut it. Say when. There! Yeah. Here we go. Ah! Let's do this. Yeah! Got it. I've got this. Ah! My turn. Here. All right. Ready when you are. Takes more than that. Say when. Ah! Good to go. Take this! Here we go. Take that! Go! Let's go. Keep your guard up. Ugh. I'm spent. Ugh. Here we go. Yeah! Ready when you are. Take this!
I was already exhausted, even though I only killed off a few minions. Can't come back if I die out here. The lingering fear of death weighed heavily on my mind and body, but I couldn't afford to rest. I had to do whatever it took to get more points. Not to mention. Invaders drawn by the sound of fighting were showing up one after the other. They were beginning to surround me. Prepared to face the next battle with scarcely any time to breathe, but in between.
Good to go. Gotta push it. My turn. Ha! Good to go. Take this. All right, let's go. There. Got it. Let's do this. Here. Good to go. Takes more than that. Let's do this. That's it. I've got this. Ha! All good to go. Yeah! Here we go. Ha! Say when. Yeah!
Yep. No matter how many I kill, more just keep cropping up. Invaders kept streaming in until I was completely surrounded. They were just mooks, but there were too many of them. My stamina was at its limit.
I wish I wasn't alone.
I needed to toughen up, but just telling myself that wasn't doing anything. For the first time, I truly felt how alone I was. At this rate, I'll die without anyone ever knowing. Just then,
I'll help you out, Takumi.
I heard a voice and turned around. Standing there was...
Yugamu! Of course. Showing up uninvited, but sorely needed. It's everybody's beloved Yugamu Omokage. What are you doing here? Were you trying to score some kills out here too? We can talk later. Let's take care of these things first. Our first joint effort.
There was something creepy about how he put it, but I was grateful for him in the moment. Our breaths synced up and we began to clear up the swarm of the invaders.
Let's do this! Ah! Got. Say when. There! I can't wait. I like how this feels. Time for me to move. Let's get to the killing. Does this do it for you? I'm good to go. Experiment time. You make a lovely corpse. Ha! Oh, let's go. Ha! I've got this. That's it. Say when. Yeah! Good to go. Take that! Got it! Let's get to the killing. Does this do it for you? Such a beautiful death. Time for me to move. Stinks, doesn't it?
Hi.
Ugh.
Boink.
My turn.
Die.
There!
Okay. Is that all of them? Seems so. I don't sense any trace of them. Well fought, Takumi. You were in quite a predicament considering it's the first day. Couldn't believe it. I was shocked to see how they just kept coming. It's almost killed by a bunch of weaklings. Fighting truly isn't something to be done alone. Right, I didn't get to properly thank you. You saved me, Yugamu. Thank you. If you hadn't run into me here, I might have been the first to be eliminated from the invader hunt. Oh, no need to thank me. It wasn't by coincidence that we met here. It wasn't? I've been following you all morning. You had no idea, did you? Tailing people is one of my specialties. Was he just choking to play off his embarrassment? No, that doesn't seem like what's going on here. He really was following me. Didn't make sense why he showed up at the perfect time to save me. Why? What was the point of following me? Oh, for the love of murder. Don't be so wary of me, Takumi. I'm not going to eat you, alright? Although you look plenty delicious to me. How could I not be wary of an assassin? Yugamu Omakage, descendant of a family of assassins. I'll come right out and ask, why were you following me? I was figuring out my timing. I wanted to come gallantly to your rescue if you found yourself in trouble. Then I'd be able to show you how useful I am. Call it a courtship display. Why is everything you say so creepy? Well, that's the long and short of it. He muttered as he held out his right hand to me.
Takumi, would you team up with me?
He's offering to form a team. It was all I ever wanted in my isolation, but... Why do you want to team up with someone everyone hates? Wouldn't you rather be with Nozomi or Kyoshika or the others? I don't do well in groups. Honestly, I'd rather enjoy my kills alone, but going in alone is too risky. So I thought buddying up with the odd man out would be just the thing. Is that really the only reason? Made sense, but it's hard to decipher his true intentions. I was sure he was planning something, given that he went out of his way to ask me after I'd been ostracized, but if I turned down his offer, I'd have to hunt alone forever. Well, will he join me or not? What do I do? Should I team up with Yugamu? Another choice. Okay. You know what? He's my buddy. Sure. I trust him. He proved to be like one of the most trustworthy people in the original thing. Well, you're stuck with me for a while then. Shook Yugamu's hand. Whether he could be trusted was beside the point. I simply couldn't carry on like this all by myself for much longer. For now, I would team up with Yugamu. I'm glad to see our hearts are in tune with each other, partner. Want to try for the best couple award while we're at it? Don't think they're giving out awards here. Also, you and I are not a couple. While Yugamu and I were trading quips, we heard it. What the? There was an ear-splitting sound and the earth shook. But it wasn't an earthquake, it felt more like... I sensed a torrential gush of overwhelming energy. Somebody with incredible power is present nearby.
Yeah.
Don't tell me commanders are joining the hunt. That would be bad news. Just 2 of us wouldn't be enough to deal with the commander. A little bit of reconnaissance would go a long way right now. Tiptoe after me as quietly as you can manage, Takumi. Right. We cautiously made our way toward the source of the sound, hiding behind pieces of rubble along the way. And then...
Hey! You saw that, Mistress Hiroko? My 18th invader kill! How've you been treating them?
But the bloodiest brand of carnage only I can dish out. What else? Now save your breath for tearing them from limb to limb. Let those entrails fly! Let the bloodworks explode far and wide.
Oh, my Mistress Hiroko! Nobody goes wild as beautifully as you! Your rampaging form electrifies me! You're everything I long to become!
Yeah.
Those 2 are enjoying this way too much. They aren't hunting anymore. They're just straight up massacring every invader they see. Kills me to say this, but I'm afraid we must cede the best couple award to them. Something feels off, though. Hiroko's always been strong, but when did Darumi get so powerful? She hadn't joined any defensive battles before this, and should be woefully unfamiliar with combat. The euphoria of finally being able to take part in a killing game has likely unlocked the latent potential in her hemoanima, making it bloom. That's an unconventional way to unlock latent potential. Quite a gripe. Potential is logic-defying by definition. Also, we should totally call it a day and head back now. They've likely already murdered all the invaders in this area anyway. Yeah, we've earned enough points today. Let's go back and rest up for tomorrow. We made our way back and decided to drop by the leisure lounge before returning to our rooms. We checked the leaderboard.
Unsurprisingly, those 2 are in the top spots. I expect they'll be staying ahead of the pack for a long time to come.
I'm in 3rd place? Honestly, I thought I'd be much lower than that. Well, I did take out quite a number of invaders today.
And I'm in 4th. If we keep this up, we won't fall to the bottom of the rankings in the first round, at least.
First round of this game will last until day 35. Whoever finishes last in each round will be executed. I decided I wouldn't keep tabs on where the others were placed. Ensuring my own survival was more important. And besides...
You're cursed! Do us all a favor and get out of here!
You're more than cursed! You're the Grim Reaper!
The blood of Lady Kurata is on your hands!
I shouldn't be letting the people ostracizing me live rent-free in my head anyway. Ew, what a day. Constant fighting and stress of possible death had strained my mind and body to their limits. I wanted to rest early to recover from the fatigue, but...
Hey!
Care to explain what you're doing in my room? It's just something buddies do, right? And that's what we are. Buddies. Partners. Bosom chums. It goes without saying we need to be joined at the hip. Join your own hips and get out of here. Come on, bud. Humor me. Pretend we're brainstorming strategies for the rest of the hunt. How about that? This game's more of a marathon than a sprint, so we gotta come up with a long-term plan. Playing it by ear the whole time's bound to lead us to quick and easy deaths. Makes a very good point. Can't you at least make it clear whether you want to be disgusting or discreet? Who would I be if I didn't dabble in a little bit of both? Call me a double dipper if that's what turns you on.
Hey!
In your dreams. After that, we spent several hours discussing strategies for surviving the killing game. In the days to come, Oscar. Alright. Alright. This is where I'm going to end off the part. Because Oscar needs to go out. Alright. I hear you.
Soldiers,
They hear you
it's time
too.
to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack. Well then.
Shut up, C-Ray. Grr.
Ah.
Yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching. Ah! Shut up, Oscar.